This one's for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
And I'm gonna be saying this publicly to you guys, all right? Because I want to confirm that what someone told me is correct. So this morning, Doody self-exposed himself on his own stream, all right? He basically said the following, but I need to confirm with chat this is true. Did Doody this morning admit that he is a trust fund baby, that he basically is rich for the rest of his life, that his father, I guess, passed away and handed him over like a business, but he didn't want to run or couldn't run the business. So I guess he either sold it off or closed it, but basically he's basically like rich. Did he say that on his stream this morning or not? That's what I need to confirm. Did he or did he not? Fed Rogers says, yes, I can confirm that. I heard that. Okay. So I'm being told by my chat that is correct. Okay. He said it many times before too, but many people believe it's a lie. Okay. Now, here's the part I'm literally afraid of, because on YouTube, you're not allowed to discuss this topic. All right? But I'm going to be as gentle, touching as I can on this topic. Okay? So understand, this is me asking you guys, did Doody this morning, or did he not, say publicly that he is autistic? I want to know the answer, the truthful answer on this. Okay? Before I say a word about it. I don't want to be saying something that's not true. Guys, don't laugh. This is serious. I just want to know if did he actually admit it or not. He never said that. That's not true. Okay. That's what I needed to confirm. You see? Because I get all this information, right? And when I get this information, it's like I'm not going to pass it along as fact. That's why I needed to ask the question. Okay? A lot of people say they maybe suspect he is, but he never admitted it. Because someone outright told me that this morning he admitted that publicly. Now, I'm not going to say that he did because I don't know that he did. Right? Right? Now, some people are saying, yes, he did say that. I'll find the clip. Oh, because here's the thing. All right? First of all, the whole idea of he's a trust fund baby, he's rich. That, for one reason, that already kind of explains stuff. Okay? People are saying, wait until I see the clip. But there's no clip. His stream was just live. I don't even know if he's still live now. So I can't get a clip. It's a fucking giant stream. You can't skim through the stream to find if and when he said something. You know what I'm saying? Like someone would have to clip it later. You know? But first of all, if he's a trust fund baby, right? For whatever reason, I mean, that makes sense. This guy literally lives with no repercussions for anything he does. He's rich. He thinks that he can say whatever he wants, do whatever he wants. There's no repercussions for anything. That's why he can buy stupid animations for his crappy videos that get, think about this. This guy's probably spending tons of money on those animations that he has in the videos about me. And his videos bring in like 10,000 views, right? So he's spending so much money on this shit. Likely what he's doing is he's spending enough money that's why he needs to monetize the channel, because without monetizing of the channel, he's dumping tons of money on things. Like the production value is hilarious on his videos because he didn't do any of it. He didn't make the animation. He didn't make the fucking avatar with the dildo wagging it at me. He didn't make any of the border. He didn't make the avatar that talks. When he doesn't do any of that. He literally just bought everything around him because he's rich, right? So isn't that exciting, right? But no, the reason that I'm bringing these topics up is it all makes sense because, again, people are not saying that he admitted it. All right, I'm not going to say it then because it would make sense logically. When you become insanely hyper fixated on someone, like he's become hyper fixated on me, and the fact that for some reason he's willing to like break the law, he's willing to not only like make fun of me and criticize me, but actually like bully, like outright say terrible things about my family members and shit. People are saying stuff like in the past he's wished you physical harm. He said that my mom he wished she would have fallen down the stairs so that she wouldn't have given birth to me. Wow. That's great stuff to say, isn't it? That's really nice stuff to say. So anyway, yeah, I mean, pretty bad stuff. And the fact of the matter here is that the behavior, all right, that he's exhibiting, it makes sense if the things that he self-exposed are true or the things that I'm being told are true. And by the way, I'm going to say this outright. There's absolutely nothing wrong with people who are autistic. I know many people who are autistic, all right? And they're perfectly normal, fine, good, positive people. There's nothing wrong with this at all. The problem is if it's true and he is now focused on me as his thing to focus on, that's dangerous. That's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that actually legit makes me afraid. It does. Yeah, Jade, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to talk about this stuff, Jade. I told you this is going to be drama this morning, Jade. I don't want to talk about this stuff, but I have to because this man is so crazy the way he's coming after me and the things he's doing. It's scary shit, you know, because it's going to pass the levels of like reason and the levels of like what's right and wrong to the levels of obsession, which it certainly seems like it is. Like I said, yesterday I brought up his channel. This guy made like 16 videos about me in 3 days, right? And what does that say about his audience? Right? That they're okay with that. Oh, this is great. Yes, keep saying awful things. Keep doing awful things. We love it. What is wrong and unscrewed about his fucking audience? Right? That's insane. And this is all allowed on YouTube, apparently. It's all fine. This is okay to systematically harass someone, to bully someone, to insult someone, to try to destroy their business, destroy their life, steal their content, break the law. According to YouTube, this is good. We'll monetize it. You've been partnered. Huh? What the hell is going on? You know, for 16 years, my content has been me playing games poorly, but playing games, talking with my audience, having a good time, right? And have I ever hurt anyone with the shit that I've done besides like myself? I admit early on in my days, I did bad commentary where I would say shit like, oh, you're an idiot if you play Minecraft and stuff like that, right? But I learned and I changed, right? And I've grown up and I've, you know, evolved from who I am to someone to be better. I don't want to make terrible content that's harmful to people, you understand? That's all this guy does. Like, he doesn't even, there's like not a shred of morality. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he has fixated on me, I'm his hyper focus, that's dangerous and scary. That's not, it's not funny. It's not, I'm not making fun of the man at this point at all. I'm just saying this is actual legit scary shit. Because if this guy really is unhinged and he's coming after me, like, someone needs to get involved here. A medical authority, you know, some authority. That this guy, this is what he's doing. And he's just unchecked. No one taking a look at this to make sure that this is all okay, right? Just let him keep doing what he's doing. Let him keep breaking the law. Because this is the problem with the internet as well, is that when you give an inch, they take a mile. When people test the boundaries and say, well, this is okay, I got away with this, let's go to the next level. Well, I got away with that too, let's go to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. And that's scary shit. All right? That's what I'm afraid of right now. Okay? So, again, I don't know. No one's giving me evidence of anything that was said on his show. But apparently, from what I was told, he self-exposed himself saying all this kind of shit publicly. Okay? So he says all of it as like a cope, you know? Because basically what's happened is in the last week, I turned the camera on him. And he's looking out at the internet and like, oh, crap, now everyone's looking at me in a negative way. Well, let's have a cope session where I just fess up to all my private shit and now everyone should like me, right? Like, that's what he was looking to do. But what he did, it's the opposite effect. It literally is the opposite effect, all right, of what he's trying to do. It's not going to help him. This is going to hurt him further. I know from experience because now when my personal shit gets out there, you know, I don't share personal stuff anymore. And the stuff that does, you know, it just hurts. These people are crazy obsessive. You know what I'm saying? So he did exactly the opposite of what you should do. If that's what he was intending or whatever, that was the absolute opposite of what he ever should have done to try to help himself. All right? You cannot be exposing your private information and shit. So anyway, supposedly, no, I'm not saying, see, because here we go. This is why you can't say shit like this, because someone just said in my chat, so being autistic means being unhinged. No. What you need to do is go research autism. Go research it right now before you say dumb shit on the internet, because you're uneducated. All right? A frequent thing that happens with autism is people become hyperfixated on things who have it. And it's to the level of like mania, like you can't stop. You're just hyperfixated. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not even emotional. You are hyperfixated and you can't stop yourself. And I feel like that's what's going on right now with him and me. But again, I don't know if that's what people are saying or not. It sounds to me like it's bullshit. Because people are saying, oh, he didn't say that. If that's the case, then it's bullshit. But this is what people have been speculating and telling me for days now. Is like, oh, Phil, just so you know, you're talking about this guy, but, this is the case. I'm like, well, I don't see any evidence of that. I didn't hear him say that, but maybe that's the case. I don't know. All right. But I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm saying I am not going to say that's a fact because I don't know that that's actually been said publicly or not. Okay. Now, so by the way, if he tries to say, Phil said that he accuses me of being autistic, I never said that at all. I'm telling you what, I'm literally factually telling you, all right, what people are saying to me. And I don't know if it's true or not, so I'm just presenting it as a what if because that's how it was presented to me. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. So apparently he had this big cope session on his stream this morning. All right. Now you would think if this is this big cope session, I'm going to open up to my audience and say all this personal stuff about myself to try to get sympathy or whatever. That's great. Then he immediately went back to basically doing awful things towards me again. He was saying things like, oh, you see, here's all the things. Here's the checklist. Here's my PowerPoint checklist of bad things about Phil. He said he had a 10-year plan, and that was 5 years ago, and the 10-year plan hasn't happened yet. He said he was going to save money for a honeymoon, and that hasn't happened yet. Look, he didn't pay for a blood test for his cat, Jasper, so you just have to listen to this shit. And it's like, what? Like, what? What is this? What is this content? You opened up to your audience in a personal way, and instead of using that opportunity to explain who you are or have a meaningful moment, you went right back to your shtick of hating DSP and saying all this awful personal shit about me. And the funny part about it is it's never, oh, his content is bad or anything. It's always personal attacks, actual personal attacks on me, constant, over and over. And it's the same ones, because the funny part is the attacks he's making have no merit. 10-year plan. The 10-year plan is a reference to something that I spoke with my mother about when I visited her in 2019 and I was married in Connecticut in her home. And the plan was that within 10 years, I was going to try to spin out of being a YouTuber and do something more offline in the physical world because I was getting harassed so much by my detractors. But then COVID hit the next year and all the jobs went away that I would have done. I was like, my God, thank God I didn't get on a 10-year plan and jump off YouTube because I would be unemployed right now and I would have lost everything. In the meantime, things have turned around for the better for me. Financially, things are better. My content is better. I have a positive following. So why would there be a 10-year plan to get off of YouTube? And I've already discussed this over and over, but people like Doody don't listen. They are hyper fixated on the one thing that I said there was a 10-year plan. They don't listen to all the follow-up and all the things that have changed between then and now. They just think, oh, that's black and white, right, brother? Right, brother? No, brother, it's not black and white. The world is not black and white. It's shades of gray. Things change. Something that was said years ago is not representative of today. You have to get with the times and understand the updates to things that are going on. You can't just say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Look at this idiot. We don't have any moderators in chat today because it would be nice because there's people in there literally threatening me and saying really fucked up things in my chat right now. I'd prefer if they didn't do that. But I don't think there's any moderators helping right now, sadly. So this is pretty messed up. Anyway. So anyway, he went on this giant explosive tirade with an audience. Of course, he had just done this personal stream. So now his views go up, right? So now his views, he has like tons of viewers on his stream. So all of a sudden, as all this is happening, and he's basically ragging on me for personal shit, and he's really feeling himself, Keemstar says he wants to join a show. I don't know how that came about. I wasn't paying attention. I was having my breakfast in the kitchen, okay? So apparently, Keemstar joined the show, and basically Keemstar says to him, listen, you are breaking the law. It doesn't even matter like what you think. You're breaking the law. Your channel has a ton of unedited clips that are extensively long, 30-minute clips, 20-minute clips. These are not allowed via YouTube's terms of service, nor by copyright law. All right? You are actually stealing content and re-uploading it as your own, and you're getting tens of thousands of views and making money on it. That is a violation of the YouTube Partner Program. That's a violation of YouTube's terms of service, and that's a violation of U.S. copyright law. You have to stop doing it, okay? So these guys went back and forth for like a half an hour about it, and here's what happened. Doody actually said the following. I have a clip of Darkside Phil giving me permission that I can do whatever I want with this content because I have permission to do it, and that's why I do it. So that's why it's okay. And then Keem's like, well, let me see the clip or whatever. And basically, Keem said to him, so if Phil says to you now that's changing, you can't do that anymore, would you keep doing it? And he said, no, I will not do it. If Darkside Phil admits publicly, all right, that, you know, I will not, you know, that I will not do that anymore. If he says that I can't do that, I won't do it. So I literally joined his chat and I started talking, and get this. Number one, just listen to this. His chat room is all moderators. His entire fucking chat room is moderators, all wrenches. They're called wrenches on YouTube. They're blue wrench accounts, okay? Literally every single one is a moderator. There's no, like, regular chatters in there. And it's a sea of them. It's not like, oh, there's two guys talking. There's like 20, 30, 40 moderators all talking amongst themselves. That's the entire chat. So I type, hey guys, this is really DSP, and I'll talk. I'll you know, I'm being asked to respond. I'll respond. I immediately got timed out. Immediately. That's all I said. I say, hey guys, I'm here to respond. They time me out. What the fuck? You got the guy who's running the stream with Keemstar saying, let's get Phil's opinion on this. Let's hear. And then his mods immediately time me out. So I couldn't talk. And it was like that for about half an hour. I kept trying to see if I could come back, and I was timed out. I couldn't talk. It never expired. It was like an endless timeout. They timed me out like permanently or like all day or something. I don't know. So I could never talk. So literally, he created an echo chamber. He actually created a room where only his moderators are talking and him talking to Keemstar directly, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, what kind of a stream is this? This isn't even really a stream then, right? This is just him talking and hoping that everyone just, like, listens to him or whatever. And there's not even a conversation. Look at my chat right now. I don't even think there's a single moderator in my chat right now. It's just me running a chat of how many people are in this chat right now. I literally have a stream of 891 people in climbing. Can you guys talk in my chat? Can you say stuff? Right? So what kind of stream does he fucking run over there? So literally, he's going back and forth, all right, with Keem on this, and they're just going in a circle like this. They're literally just going in a circle like this, saying, well, you don't have the legal right to have unedited clips on your channel. You have to stop doing it. And then Doody would say, well, DSP gave me the permission to do it, and therefore, what you're saying is invalid, okay? And then how Keem said, he says, well, I think if this is the case, I think we need to have YouTube review your channel. Because this sounds to me like you're just blatantly violating the partnership program, and you don't care, right? You don't care that you're doing it. So I think we need to have YouTube review your channel. And so they all went in a circle like this, and it was like that for half an hour, and finally said, we're getting nowhere with this. I'm out of here, and Keem left, okay? And that's where we ended it. And then I tried to join the chat and say, hey, I couldn't talk. I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to go live on my stream. All right. So here I am live on my stream, and I'm going to give my take on all of this. All right. Okay. Number one, I already said yesterday in my stream and in the clip that I released last night. In fact, let me go to my YouTube channel right now. All right. Are you ready for this? Just look at this. You can't make this shit up. You ready? Hold on. Hey, Doody, do you have eyes and fucking ears? Do you see this video that I released 5 hours ago? Doody breaks the law but can't take criticism, and here's the proof. And it's me showing the unedited clip of me on your channel and calling you out for it and saying this is not allowed under U.S. copyright law. So isn't that an example of me telling you to stop doing this? Correct? There's a whole fucking video about it right here. Didn't you watch my podcast from yesterday? Right down here. Where in that, I went into even more detail about how all of your videos and arguments are invalid. You're criticizing me for becoming an ex-pro, Twitter pro user, even though I'm using it for the benefits of Twitter. Now I don't have to see ads on Twitter. I can use it for my business. So it makes no sense what you're saying. Again, you're in this mindset that because I said something before, it's ultimate and can never change. You have this really like simpleton's mindset on things. And remember, also in that clip, when I talked about your other videos about me and how you do 16 videos a day, like I literally, if you watch the stuff that I put out, I've already, okay, I'm sorry, I was pointing to the wrong one. This was the video that I actually did it in. I already did this. So he's saying Phil needs to say that I don't have permission to do this. I already have. So you're asking for something that already exists. You're just lazy. Okay? You're lazy. You want to sit there in your echo chamber of moderators and really weird people who watch your shit, making harmful, toxic, really insulting, and pretty much illegal content on a daily basis. And when people call you out for it, you ignore it. You ignored that I told you cannot do this. Okay? So, officially allow me to tell you, no, from now on, you're not allowed to clip my content outside of the context of fair use law. But here's the thing. I didn't need to tell you that. Just because DSP says to you, oh, I can clip my content, go for it. That doesn't mean that you are immune to the law or YouTube's terms of service. Right? Right now, if I give you permission to walk into the street and slap a baby in the face, and you did it, would you not get arrested? Like, what are you talking about? You still have to abide by the law. You still have to abide by terms of service. Whatever I say or do doesn't matter. And of course, when I said that, whenever it was, because I don't know what clip he uses as his ultimate authority to do whatever he wants on the internet, whatever clip you're using, I didn't mean, oh, yes, you can endlessly do whatever you want with my content, illegally. Duh. But again, I think what the problem is people like him don't have common sense. Right? They don't. He has no common sense at all. He doesn't even understand what common sense means. Instead, he makes these really weird arguments. Like, oh, well, Phil said I could do it, so I can break the law today. No, you can't break the law today. I don't have an authority. I'm the king, but I cannot give you the edict to break the laws of the land. You understand? We all must abide by the laws of the land. You can't just fucking do whatever you want. Okay? So I mean, this is a insanely broken, illogical mindset this man has for the things that he's saying. It's nuts what he's actually saying on this stream with Keemstar. Like, I don't even know why Keem didn't even say that. Like, all you had to say to destroy his argument is it doesn't matter what Phil says, you can't break the law. And it would have been over. The conversation is done. There's nothing else to say. He's fucking felt it. He's done. That's the end of everything. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the funny part about all of this is, again, did you notice I'm not really doing anything? I talked about him a couple days. Within what, 2-3 days of me mentioning this man, he's fallen apart completely. So, first of all, he self-exposes himself and shows that he makes a ton of money on his YouTube channel, even though he's already rich, right? So he's hypocritical because he claims that he doesn't need the money, but then he's making massive money on that channel, right? That's step one. Step two, he's exposed for breaking the law on a daily basis by breaking copyright law and YouTube terms of service and partner program terms of service with the content that he puts out. And then on day 3, with me even not doing anything, the guy self-implodes and gets into an argument with Keemstar and destroys himself. Utterly destroyed. He exposes all his personal information. Like, what the hell are you doing? Right? What on earth are you doing? And then arguing with Keemstar, you're not going to win, dude. Like, what is in his echo chamber? Because the thing is, in his echo chamber, he's won. Because it's all moderators. So everyone is chat, yeah, El Keem. Dude, it's all your moderators. I can't even talk. I'm the person you're saying, I wish Phil would come on my stream and talk right now. And your moderators kicked me out. You are running a fucking nut house. Do you understand? It's a clown show. It's a room with a bunch of clowns bouncing off the walls. That's what you have. You don't have a stream. You don't have content. You have harmful, dangerous, toxic things happening on your channel. And quite frankly, professionals need to interject. It's not me that can stop you. It's not Keemstar that can stop you. Professionals now need to start looking at your channel and saying, what is going on here? Like, realistically, should this even be allowed? Because it's to the realm of borderline, like dangerous. the obsession, the mania you have. You're breaking the law, but you're trying to justify breaking the law, saying Phil gave me permission to break the law. What are you talking about? What? No one with a brain that functions in a logical manner would ever say or do those things. Do you understand? What you're saying is crazy. And like I said, there's no. I almost feel like this morning when he opened up and he started saying personal stuff about himself, this was his like, well, I'm doing this because I want you guys to feel like, I'm opening up to you, and this is my cope for everything that I do. So now you got to feel good about it and feel good for me or feel bad for me or whatever it is. Like, you could tell he was trying to elicit emotion out of his audience, or why else would he have done that, right? Cybers TV says he emailed me a link that has all this information. Really? All right, well, here's the thing. Again, you sent me a link to a general part. I can't watch this. I'm not going to watch the fucking stream. I'm not giving this guy views. Fuck that. You will never see me giving this man, like views and shit. I'm not going to go watch his stream now. I'm just going to say, it doesn't matter what he said or did, all right? The guy's content is dangerous. It shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. It's because it's actual targeted harassment, which, by the way, we know what it is now. It's called libel. The reason we know what this is because we watched a video yesterday on my React show, DSP versus the Internet, and in it, we saw that Cardi B sued a YouTuber, who that YouTuber was hyper-focused on Cardi B and was saying awful things like Cardi B has herpes, Cardi B's child is going to be born with birth defects, like saying terrible, awful things about Cardi B. Cardi B sued the YouTuber and won $4 million for a libel. That's what it's called. It's not slander, it's not defamation, it's libel, all right? Literally on a daily basis, Doody Streams is stealing content, not making it transformative. That's a copyright infringement. That's a violation of DMCA law. And he's committing libel, where he is literally saying terrible, awful, horrible fucking things about me and my family. I mean, he has an animation at the beginning of his content showing off my family members in awful ways. It's like, dude, you're out of your mind. No one can, this is not allowed. It's not allowed. As bad as I said that some people are like Keemstar has said some really vile things. He didn't fucking pay to have an animation made of someone's family members looking like horrible cartoons. You understand? Even he doesn't go that far. Like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? So anyway, I've already said this. All right? I am not going to take any action against this man because I can't. I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. I don't have money to do this. I don't, But this guy has now been fully exposed. This is not just me anymore saying it. Now we got Kino Casino. Now we got Keemstar involved. Everyone is looking at this guy like, this guy's nuts, right? So I'm not going to deal with him anymore. Officially, as of this morning, here is my edict. Doody, you're a dangerous individual. You need to seek help. You do. Because if this is the truth, if the things that have been said about you are true, or if you really did self-expose information about yourself this morning or whatever, I don't know if it's true or not. But what I will say is this. Your actions are actually harmful now. This is not a joke. This is not, oh, I'm razzing Phil to make money. This is harmful, dangerous, illegal content that you're making. YouTube allows it because YouTube doesn't care unless lawsuits get involved, and I'm not rich. I can't hit you with a lawsuit, okay? I'm not going to hit you with any copyright strikes. I'm not going to hit you with a libel lawsuit because I don't have to. You understand? I don't have to. I have seen everything happening this week so crazy. Everything's going on around me. I'm not even involved. So I don't have to. All right? You have to seek the help. You have to go out there. And since you are rich, I would strongly recommend that you go and seek some kind of professional help. Speak to someone about this, about what's going on. And the first thing you should open with is, I literally on a daily basis for my job, I sit around putting out 5 libelous videos about a YouTuber a day. I monetize them. And this is how I spend my time all day. And I want you to see how that professional, whoever it is, doctor, psychiatrist, responds to what you just told them. Because you are living in an echo chamber of people, your moderators, who are your whole chat. That echo chamber is telling you, this is great, this is good, this is nice. That's not rational thought. you have insulated yourself inside of an echo chamber. You've done exactly what Review Tech was doing. Review Tech had 1 million subs, and he was able to literally just have people surround him, his sycophants, telling him everything you do is good, everything you do is grand, everything you do is great. And then all of a sudden, after all the years of him having all these horrible things he did, the walls closed in on him and it imploded, right? You have the chance to actually do something better for yourself because you haven't gotten to that level yet. And you can actually go and get help. You can talk to someone and say, I want to know what's going on that I'm doing these actions, because this is not what a person would do who's like right in the head, who's normal. I'm wondering why I'm acting this way. Why am I doing these dangerous actions towards a certain person? By the way, you don't know me. I've never met you. We've literally never had a conversation. We've talked at each other now in videos for about a week, but you've never met me. You don't know me, but you're obsessed with me. You understand that that is not healthy. That's why you need help. The obsession is crazy at this point. It's not normal, and you need to get help at this point. All right? Okay? And that's it. After today, I'm done with this because the guy already is self-exposed. He's shown he's not using logic, right? And he's shown that, sadly, when he gets called out, he's escalating. Well, I'm not going to have him escalate any further. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand how it's actually risky to do that with a person who's unhinged like this, who's having these actions, that I don't want to escalate it any further. So from now on, I'm out of this shit. I have nothing to do with this Doody guy. I don't want to hear about this fucking guy. I don't want to have anything to do with him because I'm literally afraid for things going on that this guy could do something crazy. If he's that hyper-focused and shit, I'm absolutely positively not going to have any involvement with this man again. I'm not going to speak about him. And everyone else, hey, I can't stop anyone else. Because here's the thing. This guy opened the floodgates. When he invited Keem on his show today, dude, again, not only did you have a cope session where you gave all your personal information out, but then you're going to invite Keemstar on your show, and you think this is going to be a good thing for you. Like, wow. I just... So, yeah. So, all right. So, this is it. The Kings, this is it. This podcast is the end of it for me. I'm done. After today, that's the whole point of this podcast is I'm done with this topic. I'm moving on. You're not going to see me making any more clips on this shit. I don't care what Doody says, does. I'm done with it. Really, I'm done with it. I don't care if he has a channel or not. I don't care what he puts on the channel. He doesn't exist to me after today because you have to, at some point, you have to look at the situation and be like, that's too dangerous for me to be messing with. I have a life, I have a family, I have a business to run, I have important things to do, positive things in my life. I can't be associating myself with this level of insanity and toxicity and nonsense and danger, quite frankly. All right? So I'm done. I am out of it, and I apologize. I know Jade here was earlier. He's like, dude, I'm out. Yeah, I'm done with this shit. I know, I just want to have a good time. Do you think this is what I wanted to talk about on my podcast today? No, I wanted to hang out. You know what I had on deck? I wanted to watch the Silent Hill 2 trailer with you guys. There was a bunch of game news articles going on. I wanted to talk about that. I'm about to go on Kino Casino. I can't talk about any of that shit because this guy and his actions are dictating mine. You know what I'm saying? So here's the official summary. No, Doody Streams does not have any permission to clip any of my content whatsoever. All right? I don't have the authority to have him violate copyright law or any other terms of service or otherwise. I don't have that kind of authority. All right? He has the right to do whatever he wants. If he clips stuff within reason and actually makes a transformative work out of it, I can't stop him, nor can anyone. But he has to operate within the rules of the law and the rules of reason. You also can't make the guy operate within the rules of morality. I wish he could, because everything he puts on his channel is completely immoral. Every piece of content he's ever uploaded is really wrong, but you can't make someone see morality. That's the problem. It's about, how you're raised, and that's something that gets instilled in you over time. Sadly, the man has no morality. So you can't make that happen. But at least if you can make him understand, dude, what you're doing is illegal, you have to stop right fucking now. Because I'm done with you, but it sure sounds like other people are lining up to fuck with you now. So if you know what's best for yourself, stop breaking the law. That's number one. Number two, I strongly recommend you do seek some kind of professional help. Because no one behaves the way you do unless something's unhinged in there. I don't know what it possibly could be. I don't have evidence of anything, but you need help. I can't believe that someone would obsess over someone the way you do. 16 videos about me within 3 days, all of which are actual libelous bullshit. That's pretty bad. I could see, let's razz this guy once a day, twice a day. Dude, 16 times in 3 days. That's pretty extreme. And like I said, any professional is going to say, wow, okay, we need to start helping you right now. You know, I think what it is, again, he's been insulated from anything, any kind of criticism, because he's got a chat of all wrenches who no one says, dude, you're going too far. He's got people telling him everything he does is great. He's rich, so he doesn't have any repercussions for what he does. He could just do whatever he wants. You know, wow, what a life. Imagine that, having no repercussions for anything you ever do. Sheesh. I mean, maybe that's how he ended up this way. It probably is how he ended up this way. If you have no one checking you on anything in your life, you're probably going to end up acting like that, right? So, yeah. So that's my recommendations. But as of today, I'm done with it. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I don't want to hear about Doody. I don't want to smell the Doody. I don't want to play with the Doody. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the King's decree. As of the 26th of August, 2024, DSP, the King, is flushing the Doody. It's been flushed. It's gone. And I'm done with it. He can do whatever he wants. I can't stop him. But I'm not involved anymore. I can't be in this drama sphere every fucking day. I have content to put out for my audience. I have things to do. I can't waste time on this man. I can't. I can't believe. And by the way, here's the sad fact about this Pandora's box. This was the first of my detractors that I have addressed. This was only the first one. And within less than a week, he's been completely exposed. He's been completely destroyed, completely felted. And he's got other people now looking at his channel and content. Not me. So, perhaps, seeing how things are going, a few other people should be possibly self-analyzing themselves as well. You know what I'm saying? I get the feeling that what's happening is, as I said previously, the best documentary ever made will be the documentary not analyzing me, but analyzing my detractors. That's your 1 million+ views within a day. That's the documentary that's going to blow this out of the water. Do you understand me? That's what people want to see. Now that the truth is coming out about these people, now you're starting to, wait a minute, Phil? Who cares about Phil? Look at these obsessive people who harassed him for a decade. That's where the story is, right? So, I'm just saying, that was the opening of the floodgates. Now, I'm going to have nothing to do with it because I got shit to do. I have a life. I have more important things to deal with. Bigger fish to fry, more fun, positive things to do with my life than worry about the detractor shit every day, right? But I think now what's happening is the detractors are looking at this, not just Doody, but everyone. They're looking at it like, oh, shit. Wow, this is pretty bad. All right. Well, I guess it's time to take a step back and reassess where we are here because, yeah, when you get all these other people eyes on you, because that's the thing. They've never had anyone's eyes on them before. You know what I'm saying? None of them. And now the eyes are on them. Like, oh, I can't handle it. I'm falling apart. Oh, shit. But it's karma, and it was eventually going to happen. Okay?
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube.